comes. Bring your friends, it's fun to lose and to pretend she's overboard and self-assured. Oh, I know the dirty word. Hello, 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 hello. When the lights out, it's a dangerous. Here we are now, entertainers. Nothing stupid, and contagious. Here we are now, entertainers. I'm a lotto, I'm a bino, I'm a skater, I'm a video, yeah. Hey, I'm worse at what I do best.
Then the other question is, what is this meaning? Okay, this one, since the last time I first time rode motorcycle until today, many people still don't understand. Last time I also don't understand. When I study, then I know. Okay, so I'm gonna explain to you. I hope that you understand. Okay, so very simple to share with you. These numbers, they refers to how the oil viscosity behave. Okay, so W means winter, means cold temperature. Okay, so in a cold temperature, say you wake up in the morning, wow, yesterday night heavy rain, morning I'm sure it's very cold, right? Singapore cold, but other countries colder. Okay, so at cold temperatures like winter like this, okay, so the 5 down here means the rate of how the engine oil flows. Okay, the smaller the number, the thinner and easier for the oil to flow at cold temperatures. Means you just want to start up the engine, it can flow, it can start up, otherwise it become freeze up. Okay, so if the number in front is bigger, so the oil is thicker under cold temperatures. Okay, so at cold temperatures, this engine oil is thick, the viscosity flow is slower. So the smaller the number, the thinner and easy to flow. The bigger the number, the thicker and slow to flow. This is winter, means cold condition, and this is 40. So this the number after the W, right, means the engine oil flow, the grade of engine oil flow at an operating temperature. Usually engine, if I'm right, last time I got do testing, right, their operating engine peaks around 120 degrees to 140 degrees. Okay, so at this temperature, the engine oil flows at 40 grade. Okay, so 40 grade means it's a thin oil. The oil is thin, it flows at rate of 40. Like I said, the bigger the number, the more slow the flow. The smaller the number, the faster. Okay, so people will ask me, hey bro, can I use 5W, can I use 10W60 on my motorcycle or not? Okay, the answer is, it's not for me to say. You must refer to your owner's manual. On your owner's manual, they will recommend a range of engine oil ratings, whether you can use 5W, 10W, and the behind you can use 40, 30 or 60 or 50. You got to read your owner's manual. Okay, some of the owner's manual, they recommend for you to use, specifically they recommend 10W40. But how come sometimes they also can say you can also use 10W30 or 10W50? Why? Because it depends on which country you are operating your engine oil. Okay, so in a hot country like Singapore, tropical, sometimes rain, sometimes cold, right? Okay, the optimum should be 5W40 or 10W40. Most of the owner's manual of motorcycle which I read, right, they will always recommend 10W40. for tropical countries like Singapore. Sometimes hot, sometimes cold the weather. Okay, because Singapore got no winter. Okay, so cold means like maybe 22 degrees, 23 degrees, right, in the morning. Hot means, very hot lah, the sun sometimes now 30 plus degrees, right? Okay, so thicker oils like maybe 10W60, they offers protection because thick oils, right, they offer better protection. Okay, but your engine struggle to move. All the moving parts takes a lot of effort. Wear and tear also will happen faster because it needs a lot of energy to move. Alright, so thicker engine oils may not be suitable for your motorcycle. Some may suitable for your motorcycle. Again, depend on the manufacturer's recommendation and under what type of general temperature you're operating. Let's say you go to Middle East, very hot, right? Middle East, India, very hot, right? I'm sure that the recommendation of engine oil will be higher. Maybe no more 40, 50 or 60. Because it reacts to like that. Okay, Singapore, not so hot, not so cold. Then you can use this type of thing. This type of grade. Okay, so thinner oil. Does thinner oil protects the engine better? Well, using thinner oil also means protection of the engine. Well, why? Because you must also choose the fully synthetic ones. Okay, because you have thinner oil, the oil flows more smoothly, more better, right? Sometimes, honestly, it also lead to wear and tear faster. So like too thin, wear and tear faster. Too thick, wear and tear faster. So you must get something in between. That is where you need to use fully synthetics or semi-synthetics, and you need to regularly change your engine oil. So this is the trick. Some of you ask me, bro, at what mileage should I change my engine oil? 3,000, 5,000, can I go up to 10,000? Okay, so my answer will be the moment you pour inside the engine oil and you start the engine oil, you ride off, that is where the engine oil starts to degrade. Okay, imagine the engine oil inside your engine casing, very hot inside, right? Operating, the metals are all rubbing, friction with one another. You think the engine oil can tahan? Can lah, up to maybe a few thousand mileage. But if you don't replace it, what will happens? This metal to metal, instead of just sliding with one another, they start to create scars, friction, wear and tear, because the oil no longer protects. Be it a thick oil, 10W60 lah, or a thin oil, 5W30 lah, it doesn't matter. Because if the oil degrades to the point whereby it needs to be replaced, and yet you don't replace, you prolong it, scarring, hairline cracks, chip off metals, all will happen. Because I know some people, they already use very cheap engine oil. Don't care about the brand. Mineral oil also they use, they hantam. Okay, they ride very fast. Then they don't want to replace. Few months, then replace one time. That one also, if people remind them, otherwise they forget. Then you think the engine can tahan? Cannot tahan.